What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Some commentary for you. And really an interesting question I had a viewer ask me, which was, what Madden did I maybe take for granted in a way the most? And I guess the question really revolves around the fact that we have to understand this year has probably been one of the worst Madden experiences we've had as a community, and I think I've showcased a lot of that on my channel. And that obviously lends people to think that you can look back and say, well, you know, Madden X, Madden Y, those are really good Maddens. And not specifically maybe the best Madden, because no one wants to go back and play Madden 2005, which in my opinion was my favorite at this point. But I really would think that if I could look back at one, Madden 25 is the one I think I probably wish we had more time with, or wish I could have looked at the positives more frequently in the effort to get the game better, because obviously it's regressed a lot in my opinion. And I think a big part of it is the fact that the true player or true step, whatever was in the game at that point, seemed so much better than the real player movement we have now. And although those are two engines that are trying to accommodate the same thing, I think ultimately the problem is right now the game seems a lot less based on user input in stitching the player steps together, and so much more on controller manipulation, button combinations, and stitching animations together, not so much footwork. To where maybe back in Madden 25, you know, as a user, you could create more in terms of your player movement using the sticks and using some modifiers. And then now, where you're basically just stuck using modifiers, and I don't think it really factors as much into what the user is doing as much as can they control the timing of these animations to make sure that this move or that move works. So it made me think, you know, what do you guys look back at? Which Madden, not your favorite Madden, of course, but what Madden do you look back at and say, well, there was one that I really didn't realize how good it was until we look back now at where we are. And it's sad, really, in a way, that we're at a point in this game where we have to look back and almost reflect on what Maddens we didn't appreciate enough because of where we are now with the current state of the game. I really don't know any other game that does that. You know, and I think part of the problem is sometimes with my channel, I can get so focused on what needs to improve in a way, and this is probably the root of his question, I can get so much focused on what needs to improve and hoping that it does the following year that sometimes you forget how good some of the other games were as the game continues to regress. Love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking out. I'll be back in the week with more commentary.